You've been using Windows for years, maybe decades, and lately it just feels different, slower, pushier, like it's working for Microsoft more than it's working for you. If that sounds familiar, I want to show you something. There's a completely free alternative that millions of people are quietly switching to, and it's a lot simpler than you'd think. Welcome to Linux Edge Pulse, where we make Linux simple for everyone. Let's get into it. So what exactly is Linux? Think of it like this. Windows is one brand of car. Linux is a different brand. You still drive it the same way. But yeah, the same steering wheel, same gas pedal, but under the hood it works differently. And here's the big difference. Nobody owns Linux. There's no company charging you for it, no subscriptions, no license fees. It's free. Always has been, always will be. And it's not some obscure experiment. Linux runs the servers behind Google, Amazon, and Facebook. Your Android phone runs on Linux. It's everywhere. It's just quietly in the background doing its job without making a fuss, which honestly is exactly how a good operating system should behave. Now here's why so many people are making the move right now. Windows 11 won't run on millions of perfectly good computers. Microsoft decided they need newer hardware, so if your computer is a few years old, you're basically being told to buy a new one. Linux doesn't do that. It runs great on older machines. Some people have brought computers back to life that were just collecting dust. Then there's the privacy side of things. Windows 11 shows ads on your start menu. It pushes you to sign in with a Microsoft account just to use your own computer. It collects data about how you use your machine. Linux doesn't do any of that. You turn it on, it works, and it leaves you alone. And security, Linux is genuinely harder for hackers to attack. Not impossible, but significantly safer for everyday use. Your files, your photos, your banking, all better protected. Here's where people get confused. There isn't just one Linux. There are many versions called distros, but if you're coming from Windows, I'll make it simple for you. Start with one of two options. The first is Ubuntu. It's the most popular, has the biggest community, and if you ever get stuck and type your question into Google, someone has already answered it. The second is Linux Mint, and honestly, for Windows users, this one might feel even more familiar. Same taskbar at the bottom, same kind of start menu, same general layout. A lot of people switching from Windows, say Linux Mint, felt completely natural from day one. Either one is a great starting point. You really can't go wrong with either. Now, this is the part I love telling people because it surprises almost everyone. You don't have to delete Windows to try Linux, not even close. Here's all you do. You download Linux onto a regular USB stick, plug it into your computer, restart, and Linux boots up and runs completely from that USB drive. Your Windows is sitting there untouched. Nothing was changed. Nothing was deleted. Your files are exactly where you left them. This is called a live USB, and it lets you use a real Linux, browse the internet, open files, test everything for as long as you want. If you like it, you can install it later. If you don't, you unplug the USB and restart. Done. No consequences, zero risk. All you need is a USB drive. A 32 gigabyte one works perfectly. I've linked one in the description if you need to grab one. I know the next question, what about my email, my photos, my Word documents? What about YouTube? Here's the honest answer. Gmail works the same, YouTube works the same, Facebook, your bank website, any website you use, all of it works exactly as it does right now, just in a different browser. Linux comes with a browser ready to go. For documents, Linux includes a free Office program that opens Word files, Excel spreadsheets, all of it. Your files don't disappear. They transfer over just fine. The learning curve is real. I won't pretend it isn't, but it's smaller than most people expect. and the things that feel unfamiliar today feel completely normal within a week or two. In the next video, I'm going to walk you through downloading Ubuntu and creating your first live USB. Step by step, nothing skipped, at a pace that makes sense. We'll do it together. If this was useful, hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find this channel. And drop a comment below. I want to know, are you still on Windows or have you already taken the jump to Linux? Either way, I'd love to hear from you. I read every comment. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.